Hello students, this tutorial is for multivibrator. So this is the first multivibrator. Uh, this is called Astable multivibrator, and this IC has been used. It is a timer IC and the number of the IC is 555. So what is multivibrator? Multivibrator circuit is the electronic circuits which provides output either in on state or in off state or in both states. There will be on state and off state also. So this kind of multivibrator is astable multivibrator which provides output in on state and off state both. So why the name is astable? Because the output of this circuit is not stable. That means we will get a fluctuating output. Sometimes it is on and sometimes it is off. So definitely we will have some AC signals at the output end because it will be fluctuating with respect to time. So we will get some time period and some frequency also. So we will have some AC output at the output of this circuit. Now this is the pin diagram of IC 555. Pin number 1 is ground terminal. Pin number 2 is for negative triggering. What is triggering? Triggering is applying some voltage more than or less than the initial voltage of that terminal. That means if this pin number 2 is for negative triggering, then we should apply some lower voltage than the initial voltage of pin number 2. If pin number 2 is grounded, then we have to apply some negative voltage for negative triggering. If pin number 2 is connected to VCC, then we have to provide ground, that means 0 volt for negative triggering. That means we will apply some voltage lower than the initial voltage of the terminal, that is negative triggering. Pin number 3 is for output terminal. Pin number 4 is called reset. That means we have a flip-flop inside this IC, and the details I will be explaining in the PDF manual which I will provide. So this terminal is for reset. The fifth terminal is called control terminal. So this is control terminal. Sixth terminal is threshold. Seventh terminal is discharge, and eighth is for VCC. One thing notice here, we only apply positive DC supply in this IC. In op-amp we need positive and negative both type of DC supply, but in 555 IC we apply only positive DC supply, no negative supply is needed. So this is the pin diagram, and this is the circuit diagram of astable multivibrator. Astable multivibrator. This is the circuit diagram. See, 4 and 8 pins, pin number 4 and pin number 8 is short circuited with VCC, that is we apply 12 volt DC here, plus 12 volt, and from 8 to 7 we connect a resistor and say name it RA, and 7 to 6 another resistor, that is RB, and 6 and 2 is short circuited, and from 2 we are connecting, from 2 or from 6 we are connecting a capacitor to the ground. Pin number 1 is directly grounded. Pin number 5 has a capacitor. This is called, this C1 is called noise reduction capacitor. If any noise is generated inside the IC, this capacitor reduces the noise. That is why it is called a noise reduction capacitor. And pin number 3 is for output terminal. So these are the values I have connected. These are the values. RA, the resistance connected between 8 and 7 is 1.2 kilo ohm. RB, that is connected between 6 and 7 is 56 kilo ohm. And C, this capacitor is 0.01 microfarad. and here I have written the value of C1, that is also 0.01 microfarad. Now these are the parameters of the circuit. These parameters we have to calculate and measure. So these are the formulas to calculate. T on, that means the on time. As we as I said before, that the output of this stable multivibrator, it fluctuates between on time and off time. So on time is calculated by this formula, 0.69 into Ra plus Rb, the addition of these two resistance as it is connected in series. Ra plus Rb into capacitor, this capacitor. T of off time will be this much, 0.69 into Rb into C. Time period, that is 1 T on plus T off. If we draw a sinusoidal signal, you know the time period is addition of positive half cycle and negative half cycle. So here we have on time and off time, addition of on time and off time is time period, and frequency is 1 by time period. And duty cycle, here is a new term, that is duty cycle is T on by T, percentage duty cycle is T on by T into 100%. What is duty cycle? Duty cycle is the time the circuit remains on during the total time period, that is the count of duty cycle. The time the circuit remains on during the total time period. We have some on time and we have some off time. So during the total time period, how long the circuit remains in its on time, that is the count of duty cycle. Now this is the waveform we will be getting at the output. See, pin number 3 is for output, so our main output is this. We will be getting a rectangular waveform. This is a on time, the higher position is on time, the lower position is off time, on time, off time. So it will be fluctuating between on time and off time. So our main output is pin number 3. So this will be our main output, that is rectangular waveform. And what is this is in pin number 6, it is shown the charging and discharging of the capacitor. When capacitor charges, we will be getting the on time. When capacitor discharges, we will be getting off time. And when the capacitor charges, when the voltage value of threshold pin, reaches 1 by 3 VCC. Now what is 1 by 3 VCC? What is 1 by 3 VCC? If I apply 12 volt supply as VCC, then 1 by 3 VCC becomes 4. So when the voltage of pin number 6 reaches to 4 volt, then capacitors starts charging, and when it is charging, then the threshold value, when the threshold value reaches 2 by 3 VCC, that is 8 volt. If we apply 12 volt, then 2 by 3 VCC is 8 volt. When the voltage of threshold pin reaches 8 volt, then it starts discharge again, and discharge up to what? Discharge up to 1 by 3 VCC, then again it will charge, then again it will discharge, and this way we will be getting our on time and off time. When capacitor charges, we will be getting on time. When capacitor discharges, off time. So this is the circuit and output of the stable multimeter, and this is the calculated values of these parameters. Calculated value of T on is 0.394 millisecond, off time is 0.378 millisecond. So total time, addition of these two values, time period is 0.772 millisecond, output frequency is 1.28 kilohertz, and percentage duty cycle is 50.5%. See, What do you mean by 50% of duty cycle? Say it is a 50% duty cycle. What do you mean by 50% duty cycle? 50% duty cycle means the waveform we will be getting at the output, it will be a symmetrical square waveform or symmetrical rectangular waveform. Why? Because duty cycle is 50% time on and 50% time off. So the width of T on and T off will be similar. So it is a symmetrical rectangular waveform. Now if we want to design a stable multivibrator having uh, different values of on time and off time, the waveform will be looking like this. Suppose I have on time is more than off time, then the waveform is like this. This is not a symmetrical square waveform because the width of on time and off time is different. And we can also design this type of multivibrator when the off time is greater than the on time. So this can be designed. This also can be designed by using this circuit of stable multivibrator. Now here I have a symmetrical square waveform. So the width of the on time and off time will be similar. Now let's design the circuit. This is the circuit. This is the circuit I have designed. See, the CRO has been connected and check in the CRO. See, this is the charging and discharging of capacitor, and this is the final output rectangular file. This is a perfect rectangular output. See, we have not any vertical edges because rectangular output have not any intermediate state between on and off. It has only on time and off time, and this is on time and off time. No intermediate state between on time and off time. This is a perfect digital signal or rectangular waveform having no intermediate stage between on time and off time. And see, if we analyze the circuit, see, when the capacitor is charging, when the rise is coming, then we get the on time. See, the starting of the rising and the ending of the rising is on time, and off time is, see, off time is the starting of the fall and the ending of the fall is off time. So this way, this the output of this stable multivibrator comes. And see, here we have a frequency of 1.18 kilohertz. 1.18 kilohertz. This is the output. See, now the better understanding of the fluctuating wave output, I have connected one LED at the output. See, LED is blinking. That means when the LED gets the on time, that means some voltage, it is glowing. When it gets off time, that means 0 volt, it is not glowing. So it is the output switches between on time and off time. Definitely I have decreased the output frequency. The previous circuit was has an output frequency of 1 kilohertz, and this circuit has an output frequency of 1 hertz only. 1 hertz only, because I have increased the value of capacitor. If we increase the value of capacitor, this capacitor connected here, if we increase the value of this capacitor, the frequency will be decreased. If I decrease the value of this capacitor, frequency will be increased. So I have connected a capacitor of 10 microfarad, so the frequency has been down to 1 hertz. So it is fluctuating uh, only a single time within a second. And this is the CRO is showing the waveform. See, this is the signal of 1 hertz. So nothing can be understood here. So the LED is blinking here, so our circuit is working perfectly. So this was astable multivibrator using IC 555, and the application of this circuit is where we need any rectangular wave generator, we can use this circuit. And there is another use of the circuit. If you have done flip-flop circuit before in digital electronics, in flip-flop circuit we need a separate input other than the digital input. That is, suppose A and B is the input, then we need some other input that is called clock signal. So this astable multivibrator is the clock generator. The clock signal is applied to the flip-flop circuit, is generated from this circuit. Actually this is exactly this circuit is applicable for clock generator. And if we want to increase the frequency of the clock generator, we need a variable capacitor. This capacitor should be variable, so increase or decrease the value of the frequency. And if we want different duty cycle, then we need to vary these two resistors. RA and RB should be variable resistors, potentiometers. So the duty cycle, you can vary the duty cycle, and if the capacitor is variable capacitor, then frequency is variable. This way clock generator is designed. Exactly this circuit is applicable for clock generator. So this is the application. This is one application of this astable multivibrator. And two more multivibrator circuits are there. They are called monostable and bistable multivibrator. I will show those circuits later. This is a stable multivibrator. Thank you.